Hello, welcome to another project update. So, I did not get a whole lot of work done in the process of updating the animations. This is one animation that I did manage to finish or get into a state that I think works. This is how it goes. I managed to fix pretty much all of the bugs with, or not the bugs, like all like the false references in the, the um the animation timeline. So that's one thing I did today. What I did for most of the day is I actually updated a bunch of the cutscene dialogue that will play out later, like when I actually have text showing up. Let me see if I can find it. All right. Now, I apologize ahead of time. There's going to be a bit of profanity in this because the characters are like getting mad. Oh, they're out of order. Hold on. That's why you put. That's why you always put a zero in front when you have double digits. Just forgive me for a moment while I fix this and then sort. Okay, sort A to Z. All right. All right, so starts off with this guy waking up, saying what happened. And he says, "Oh, that's right. The fiery demon was here. Everything was on fire. And then there was the tree. And then player name." And the character says, "Hey." And I actually didn't include hey, and like I actually use a different index for or ID for that because I think it's reusable. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? No, this isn't right. Oh, I see what I did. I accidentally edited it instead of Control F by mistake. Okay, basically he says, "Hey," and then I think I'll probably just read up and show you the rest of this. The character says, "I saw the whole thing. That was amazing. You saved the Sayonara forest. You killed the evil monster from the sky. We'll forever be in your debt. How can we ever repay you? I can't believe it. You killed that thing all by yourself. It's incredible. Foul creature. So it's really dead then. Wait, you are saying this isn't a creature at all, but a machine? I don't understand." All right, so one thing I should probably tell you is that in an earlier version of this cutscene, I had the main character speak, but I later decided that he is going to be a silent protagonist. So instead of having him speak, I'm going to have like the other characters be like, "Oh, what's that? Timmy fall down the well?" Not that exactly, but like, "What's that? You are saying this isn't a creature at all, but a machine? You mean to tell me this thing, something else, something or someone created it? But why? Who would do this? Why would oh typo? Who would create something capable of such destruction? Player name, you seem worried. What's up?" And this is the kind of going to imply that the main character already kind of knows that something a bit bigger is up going on, and that's because well, the player is like there's like a whole bunch of lore for like why the humans are stranded on this planet. This guy's gonna say something's coming. I need to find the spot where he says that. Oh, here's some little foreshadowing. Not really foreshadowing. It's like an imminent event. All right, this is when the character says something's coming. I hear it too. What is it? I'm definitely going to have to make some changes to this because, all right, so in an earlier version of this cutscene, um, this guy was hiding underneath it looked more like a tank, and this guy was hiding underneath it. So I'm going to have to tweak the positioning of some of these actors later on. I'll get to that at some other point. But I think the main point is that I'm updating the dialogue. All right, so there's like a bit of a scuffle around here, and you can see he says some not nice words. I thought it would fit. I thought it would fit the tone pretty well. This isn't going to be a game for kids, by the way. There is going to be blood and swearing and all that stuff. So this dialogue shows up when uh, this uh, this character shows up. There are some other changes that I plan on making to the cutscene. Like I plan on having a bunch of other dudes besides this guy show up, and then I'm going to. So if you've seen an earlier, actually, I'll just show you what I have so far for this part of the cutscene. So this guy is about to finish you off, and he gets shot. Actually, it's a female. I do have to update the model because, yeah, there's. I do want to tweak the appearance of this species a bit, and they're not hiding behind it anymore. This guy says, "Stand down, player name. Let us soldiers handle this. Those Sigma Gene scum are gonna get what's coming to them." And then what happens next is in the old version is kind of get like a little bit of a shot of this guy helping his well in hold on. There's supposed to be a unconscious dude there. Let me see if I can get that to show up. Okay, so he goes to help his unconscious friend. In the old version of this cutscene, he gives you a gun and then tells you to circle around to the right to draw them out so that he can shoot them. And then that's the end of the cutscene. That's how the way it currently is. But I do want to make some major changes. I want there to be a bunch of other dudes, and I want them to handle it instead of having you, the player, do it in the middle of a cutscene. Because I don't really, I kind of, I mean, I'm not gonna back out of it completely, but I kind of want to avoid having the player do stuff mid cutscene. I'd rather have the player do that. Although I do still want to keep that little duel section where the player like has that. I don't want him talking, but there's gonna be like a bit of a. I'm talking about this animation here. I do still want, and he's that other guy's there. He's not supposed to be there. Yeah, there's a lot of changes I want to make. In case you're wondering, what the other guys are gonna look like, they're basically Space Marine ripoffs. Now, it looks kind of like a cat here. It's not intentional. But yeah, that's probably it for today's video. I hope that was a little bit interesting. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.